Hello, welcome to the BTS Summer Cup with me, Nomad. I'm here with Lizard. How's it going, bro?
Going fine, man. What's up? How you doing? I thought that we were starting in 15 minutes. I was almost late. I biked uphill, man. Shit.
You're, is that glorious
Almost.
body sweating?
Dude, I'm wearing. Is this PG-13? I'm wearing nothing right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow.
New
Okay.
cast.
All right. Jesus.
No webcams.
Now I'm getting sweaty as well. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. The people don't need to see that. All right. We got you guys versus GangSquad. The result a lot of people didn't expect. When you saw these lineups, Espada versus GangSquad and you guys versus the final tribe. Is this what you were expecting the results to be?
A lot of people didn't expect. I expected it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just
I'm a mastermind right here. I just expect these Polish guys. They just got kicked out of their organization, and they're hungry, man. They're hungry again. They want they want to prove their worth. They wanna come back strong. And I suppose, yeah, sure. And GangSquad. I mean, you never. I mean, honestly, in the past few years, I've been watching RMN play in many teams, and he's always been a top contender to go to TI, but kinda never managed. I think in the last year or two, it's always been these teams that are good but are never there really.
Yeah, not quite enough. Always missing out on those kind of the majors and the TI slots. But they're looking. Obviously, it's really early days, but they're looking like, as you say, they're angry after, or they've got energy. They found a new lease of life, perhaps.
Yeah, both of these teams, right? One kicked from Ex-Kinguin, the other kicked from Penta.
It's the battle of the rejects.
Yeah, pretty much. Battle of backpacks, man.
10 seconds.
Oh, anyway, we have a Wyvern and Lone Druid on the side of new guys. Lone Druid, I believe it's an exotic deer hero, and it's one of those heroes that he spams and plays very well. The bear kind of synergizes with the Winter Wyvern because of the HP. You can heal him up pretty fast. But besides that, nothing really no super combos here that we can really talk about. Wyvern kind of came back strong on the wings of Wind and Rain, I think. They brought it back. Milan used to play him quite a lot in his stack, Wind and Rain, and people kind of adopted the strategy and started picking him a lot more as well. I like the hero, and I think he's strong in the dual lane scenario. On the other side, we have the Brew and the Sky, and that's just meta picks, though. Nothing really special to talk about there. Nothing at all. Just your classic killer pigeon. I love you, baby. Sorry for leaving you. And Brewmaster. And Brewmaster, man. Like, this guy, yeah, but was kind of forgotten as well, right? But he's been picked for the last 2 weeks in every best of 3 that I watched. He's been picked. So
You're Skyrath?
No, Brew.
Oh, yeah.
Skyrat, more or less. Skyrat was so strong, then he fell off a little bit, but Brew definitely. Brew, yesterday, I think we casted Beyond the Summit. Well, Venomancer, all right.
Okay. Taking it in an interesting direction.
All right. RMN Venomancer. I wonder what they're gonna do with this. Because usually when you see this Veno, you kind of expect it to be in this dual lane scenario on offlane or safe lane. It doesn't matter whatever lane works better for him. You can lane him on mid as well, but I can't stop my mind from thinking that this is going to be an RMN Veno. I don't know why, but I just like he's the slash track guy, Veno guy. I don't know. I can see it happening that it's not a core Veno, but they aren't really giving out a lot with these 3 picks. Yeah, we know that Brew is definitely going to be a core, but Skyrat and Veno, Skyrat is going to be a support, but Veno, I'm not certain. They can roll him anywhere. And we have a clock.
The clock, okay.
Another hero, just like Veno, he can be on offlane. Usually is not played on offlane right now. Usually we see him on that position 4, right? Especially we have this Winter Wyvern. It's a hero that works so well, even if he's position 5. You don't really necessarily have to roll him on 4 because it's one of those heroes that has wave clearing ability, and because of that he farms so much, gets so much gold, man. What are you doing, Wyvern? Defending, guys. I'm defending. Don't worry. Meanwhile, Winter Wyvern farming his Blink Dagger while everyone else is dying across the map. So
yeah, and your Clockwork sitting there with like brown boots and half a 4-star gun. You're just looking over at the Wyvern like, really? Is this how this is meant to go down? But now we have a Treant from GangSquad. This is another hero which has been floating around a little bit. Not quite super meta just yet, but definitely we're seeing the Treant raise his big leafy head a little bit more than before.
Yeah, he's not super meta, but at the same time, he's been picked recently. I think the most recent combos that I saw with him are Magnus Treant. Oh, Abaddon, all right. So this is interesting. That's a hero I don't see often. That's a hero that kind of fell off out of meta completely, in my opinion. Like, very rarely do I see him in these drafts. Kind of surprised that he's picked up. He's all right versus Veno. He's all right versus Skyrat as well. You can't really deal with the...
Does he break the roots with his shield?
Yeah, he does. He's all right in that aspect versus 3 as well. So, I mean, it's a photic shield. It's good versus almost everything, as long as he's not silenced or zoned out of the fight somehow. He's really good. But offlane Abaddon, I guess it's gonna be a nicey dual offlane with Wyvern and Abaddon, because I can see Clockwork and Abaddon working, but at the same time, I can feel that I feel that Winter Wyvern and Abaddon would provide more pressure on that lane. So we have to see what they decide to do. It all comes down to what GangSquad picks last, I think. So we have to wait for that pick before really predicting these lanes properly. But overall, GangSquad so dirty, man. Treant, Venomancer, Skyrat, they bring the pain early on. These guys, oh, I'm already in pain. You know, like these new guys. Yeah, they're gonna have to bring it early on because it's not gonna be easy for them. The Treant punching you for 95 damage, Skyrat just spamming his arcane bolts at you. Oof, it can be very painful.
Yeah, these lanes don't seem easier though. You know, Wyvern and the Abaddon kind of, well, it's kind of the defensive versus the aggressive, right? You know, we can already see from these 4 heroes picked by each team which team is going to be running down which lanes, and you know, it's just going to be GangSquad running at the new guys, and new guys basically just trying to weather the storm, right?
I definitely think so. It definitely looks that way. Usually, when you are playing this lone druid, you're not really. I mean, I don't know where they're gonna lane him. They can. It's a lone druid. You lane him on the easiest lane for him, so that he has the best time, and it's Morphling. So I suppose it's gonna be a mid lone and safe Morphling. I can get behind that. I can see that working definitely. Morphling, however, if he didn't have this Abaddon, like, I feel it's a hero that struggles a lot versus Skyrat, and this silence messes with him hard. Like, if he decides to go for, well, we have to wait to see what position is going to be the Sky and what position is going to be the Tree. But overall, Abaddon enables this hero in this game definitely, and because of that, I like the pick. If we had no Abaddon here, it would have been hairy for this Morphling, definitely.
Come on, Tree Core. That's what we're after. Give the fans what they want.
Tree Core, man. Echo Saber, Mask of Madness coming through. The Treant Core is just ridiculous. That thing is actually...
You like
one
it?
of my... I like it. You know, when someone steals my carry, you take the Treant, you buy the Quelling Blade, you go safe lane, and you deny every creep.
Okay, the grief hero.
and you take everything as well. No, I don't do that. Actually, I'm lying. The guy that does that all the time is Illidan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually does that a lot.
Wow.
I picked up that trick from him. You see, like, you live and learn. You learn so many good things from these pros when you meet them in pubs, man. Like, you learn so, like 2 days ago.
Things, and then there's that.
Of course, very good things. 2 days ago, I encountered Bryle in my pub. he sells all his items, but he manages to farm Ancients with Puck. Somehow he stands behind Ancients, spams Orb, and still hits them to get some experience. Amazing. Like I'm just I love when NA comes here. It just opens my eyes to all these new possibilities, new ways.
I can show you the way.
Yeah, and Clint, man, holy, this hero.
Yeah, okay. Talk. Tell me, Clinks. Tell me, Clinks.
Talk. I brought you here. I brought you here so I can chill. I mean, Clinks, just it's Clinks buffed 25 patches in a row. You try to hit him with your spells. He uses strafe, you miss all your projectiles. You have like 3 stuns going at him, but he just ports away. He gets that orchid and just hunts this Nisha's Morphling down. Though I think that's what they have to be super careful about, because if this Lynx has a good game, and I don't see why he wouldn't, he could start rotating across the map and just finding both Lone Druid and Nisha. They are very susceptible to his gank. So
I'm terrified of this Clink's pick. Actually, I think it's great. He's a hero which likes building the Orchid and the Nullifier, right? Which is exactly what Nisha is going to be scared of this game on the Morph.
Yeah, definitely. You can't really deal with that. There aren't. I mean, you have to get that Lincolns as soon as possible, and that's it. Because if you don't, man, it's gonna be hard. But if this Abaddon is very defensive, if he just stands behind his Morphling, it can kind of work out. Like, this Abaddon can counter all of that aggression if he's always in the right position at the right time, and that's not. It's easier said than done, definitely.
Well, your hunch was off about the RMN Veno, and it is going to be Oliver Veno, of course, playing in that core position.
It's going to be the RMN Treant and Veno Oliver. Yeah, once they picked Treant, I knew that Veno was. Yeah, he was going to be a core, definitely. So not RMN, but. I expected them to be laning Winter Wyvern with Abaddon, and that's where I was definitely wrong. I did not expect this clock to be with Abaddon, because it's not an easy lane, and we're gonna see some aggression instantly as Skyrat is rotating while they're contesting this rune.
Oh wow, so coming up behind them, and goes for the Arcane Bolt actually. I was expecting the slow and then stacking that up with... Get the train in.
Yeah, you kind of don't want to do that ever in your life.
Okay.
Never. I mean, this is the problem. Even if you get a kill with concussive shot level 1, you're completely useless afterwards in the laning stage. I mean, you're not super useless, but you can definitely do a lot more if you take Arcane Bolt. And I think if you're playing this hero, it's one of those heroes that it's a no-brainer. Just take Arcane Bolt. Even if you're tempted to get a kill, it's like, you get a kill, but then what? Then, God bless you, man.
I mean, I'm used to myself for the stream, but thanks anyway.
Alright. Alright. So I'm just like, God bless you out of the sun. Sure, whatever.
It's fine.
Anyway, I'm gonna stay mid and just harass this Nisha out with his Arcane Bolt.
Yeah, and this Morphling's not gonna have a nice time, especially with all of this Agi shifted up. These Arcane Bolts do an awful lot. And just look at this guy. Oh god, that's a lot of damage.
He's already standing on 100, and the lane isn't really positioned very well for him. No. It's kind of pushing, so the Clinks has a very easy time harassing him. At the same time,
this is pretty violent to watch in the middle lane. But let's look towards top. Things might be brighter up here with the Clockwork and the Abaddon lane.
Yeah, so far they are pressuring these two guys, definitely. I mean, it's kind of weird that they went for Living Armor level 1, something you usually see on a dual lane treant. Like, let me try and figure out why he's doing this. I can't. I can't. Like, I mean, yeah, if you use Lich Seeds, he can always shield it off. There you go.
Yep.
So there's that, but then if they follow up with Gale, as they just did, you have to run away.
He's getting pretty low there, but Kaysel comes in and gets them both inside the cogs. Pretty nice, and now popping that battery assault as well with the shield. What do you do? Oliver just dies here, and RMN may soon follow. He's getting towards the tree line, and the Leech Seed healing him up quite nicely, so it does mean that he lives, but wow, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, he certainly shouldn't have held that lead seat. Just debated him into dying, man. He was right. I was wrong. Don't do it, Iron Man. Leave it unlevel. I mean, mid Nisha is getting
9?
pressured so hard.
Yeah, he's still got this attribute shift, and he's got 2 levels in it now, so he is able to basically just casually survive. It always makes me nervous when they're hanging around on 0 HP and right next to a Clinks.
It's definitely not easy for him. And once this Afromush Skyrat gets level 2 or level 3, let's say with silence, if he wraps around him, there are no wards that are covering the oh, he's already wrapping around. And with this DD, like,
Oh, Nisha.
DD,
He doesn't have a salve, so he's got the fairy fire though.
Yeah,
Let's see, Afromush is going to go for it and jumping in with the arcade ball, but it's not enough, and that quick blast won't finish him up, so they now know that there's pretty much no chance of being able to find that kill.
Well, he's still gonna stick around, and he's level 2 now. He has a slow. Very unlikely that they'll get him. Nisha is playing this so well. He's hiding around the trees, just debating them here, but not allowing them to finish him off. Not so far, at least, but if he steps out of his high ground, he's most certainly dead.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not getting much, but you know he's doing what he can, and then chopping the fairy fire as well, just to help him survive versus Afromush. Afromush takes a bunch of damage from the tower as well. So
yeah, I just wonder if he took silence on Afromush, it would have been much easier for him. And now that Morphling has sticks, even if you are spamming your arcane bolt, if you're not killing, Afromush is he, solo
Nisha, big mistake from the Morphling. What was he trying to do there?
He was like Afromush was actually dropping low because the tower was hitting him, so he decided to go in and try to kill him with the waveform, or even if he doesn't kill him, he can debate a few arcane bolts and get his sticks up. Because the thing about this Morphling is, if he's sitting on like 100 total HP. Let's just see what's happening. Nothing.
Yeah,
if he's sticking on like if he's sticking mid Afromush.
Oh, here comes the silence zone. They've got the slow as well. Another arcane bolt will be needed, but the slow silence runs out, and he can put down a bit of strength.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted to talk about just before it happened. If he's sticking on like 100 HP, like full agile morphed, his sticks are super valuable because they heal up like 50% of his HP.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those arcane bolts, they have to connect and kill him.
Yes, it's hard to look away from this middle lane because Nisha's constantly on no HP yet here, quite literally. Yeah, I feel like the moment we look away, he's going to die. Afromush also very low as well, so if he goes in for anything here, he's got to make sure he kills Nisha, otherwise he might find himself in a spot of bother. But let's have a look to bottom actually, as Boogie's being harassed up by El Lasash, but there's the well, the living armor does get burned off, but it did a lot to keep him alive there.
Yeah, he's just contesting their pull there, and now he takes the rune and just gonna shrine. He's gonna be full HP, going back down again. So nothing really super special happening there. And now Morphling, this is really good. They gave him this ward to plant.
It's gonna be okay.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
This ward that he planted though is gonna prevent Afromush from ever harassing him the way he did before, and he has another ward on the top side, but it's actually running out. So from now on, Skyrat has to go from the top side, but that's not easy. The bottom side is very easy to. It's very easy to gank mid.
Well, Boogie once again taking a bit of harass, but Afromush coming in from behind. They find the root onto the Brewmaster, though they'll combo it up with a Fear. A little bit more damage will be needed. They're going to have to keep on chasing. Up the high ground we go. Boogie just trying to get away here, and the right clicks. I don't think they're going to finish this one. Oh, Boogie escapes under the tier 2.
Afromush is going in, but he even warded. So
they
know.
Silence
he
he did.
He's fine.
Just taking so much damage, it actually looked like he hadn't strength. But Kaser in the middle lane on this clockwork, thinking of maybe trying something onto 9. He does indeed. Does he try and hit him under the tower with the cogs, or does he need him inside those cogs?
I guess he's waiting for him to go away from the catapult. Yeah, but it's Oh, Morphling is going in as well.
Coming in, but Morphling's dropping low. The turnaround, it's doing quite a lot of work. The miss from the high ground going to help out. Now 9 is in trouble, going up onto the high ground. He doesn't have the invis available. He hasn't even leveled it, but the fairy fire under the tower he goes. He is going to survive. The TP in from the tree and going to scare away the new boys. So,
yeah, the living armor definitely helped him there. Interesting though, RMN went 2 into leech seed after not leveling at level 1, and then only 1 into living armor. Nothing in nature's guise, not something we see very often on Treant. I mean, he is protecting the sun on the safe lane, so he's not really, it's not really necessary for him to go in with, but overall I value that at least that route I value it a lot. So kind of interesting to see a different skill build coming from.
Inside the cogs now, and Oliver's actually getting pretty low. He's blocked, even though he breaks down one of the cogs. He can't find an escape, but in comes Aframish trying to deal damage to the Abaddon. Meanwhile, Oliver's still trying to escape, and the raindrop going to save him from the flare damage. In comes an arcane bolt. Can they finish off Queso? Queso trying to get away, and I think he will just about survive here. Aframish can't find. Oh no, Tree comes in to finish off Paytos actually, and now the arcane bolt finishes off Queso. Beautifully done by GangSquad as they take down both those heroes. A clean, smooth, and simple assassination.
Like when you check the net worth, you look at it, and Abaddon and Lone Druid are doing very well, but GangSquad, like they have these heroes that are going to be very strong, super early now, and they might shift the tides if they start rotating, just like they did right now. Skyrat and Tree, both level 4, they hit hard.
Oh, in the middle lane, Strafe is used, but again, just Nisha jumping out with that waveform. How, considering the start he had to this lane, how does this guy get 35 last hits out of this lane? That is incredible. How has he managed that?
Yeah, he's just playing super well. That's all. Nisha is one of the upcoming players, definitely. He's one of the talents. He's very, very young as well, I think. And honestly, this guy's a beast, especially a beast on a Morphling, so we're in for a treat, I believe.
Alrighty, well, we'll keep an eye on this player in the middle lane, as he should have gotten stomped and is actually doing pretty damn well for himself. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Nine is looking for his first rotation as he's got his eyes on the Druid, as Druid stops off the farm, and he's just going to probably pop himself right on top of him.
Not easy though.
Yeah, pop, but there's a fear straight away, and oh, with the root as well, Nine could be in trouble, but the TP out, they've got nothing to cancel that, so away he goes. Meanwhile...
That's not how I expected his first rotation to go. Like, why are you even expecting to kill Exotic Deer there? He has Aquila and 12 sticks on him. Like, there's no way in hell he kills him. So, quite interesting that he went for that kill, in my opinion. Maybe he should have went deeper and searched for this Morphling instead, because he's always on low HP, and perhaps that was an easier pick-off, or maybe rotate top. But overall, yeah. The first rotation that we talked about already failed.
Yep, Strafe used in the middle lane, just chase back Nisha, force him to go pretty heavy into strength, and Nisha just drops right down again. It's actually gone straight for the Morbid Mask, interestingly, but in comes the Skywrath, and Nisha just runs straight towards him, pushes him back with that strength stun.
When you're very low on HP and you have the Morbid Mask, you heal very, like... You heal your full HP, so it's not a bad... Like, I actually like it. I like it a lot. Earlier, like before, when Morphling was the old Morphling... Oh, mid!
In comes Queso. It's not enough damage to bring down anybody, really. As again, they're just trading up and trading up and trading up. And,
yeah, let's make a pact and stop looking at this mid lane completely.
Yeah, we're gonna spend our entire game just staring at him.
He's always low, so you're always kinda expecting him to fall like he did to Skyrat, but I think that was a fluke. It's not... It might happen again, but it probably shouldn't, especially now that he has his sticks and Aquila and whatnot.
Okay, alright, well, we're looking at bottom. We'll tear our eyes away, but...
Ah, he's fine.
Damn it, dude. Stop basing me. Oh, no. He's gonna go down.
There you go. I didn't bait you, man. You see,
I'm sorry for doubting you.
Oh, what do you think about Paytos's Helm of Dominator versus Klinks on the other team? Well, I guess it can work, sure, why not? If it doesn't and he hits your creep...
Yeah, you feel pretty silly, I think, if that happens, but hopefully it doesn't. Mid again. Well, Silence up onto Morphling, but he's got that strength going, and they just bring down Aframish, punish him for that rotation as Nine sulks away in the background with his invis. Meanwhile, up at top, it looks like they're actually going to chase down RMN here. They've got the Spirit Bear up here as well. They can't find the Leech, but it doesn't matter. They finally get the Entanglement in the fast hit. Last hit. What does it matter? Oliver TP's out, and he doesn't matter.
What a great support. He even uses the heal on Oliver and not on himself, even though he's dying. On his dying breath, he's like, I'm gonna die, but you live on.
Yeah. What a hero. It's the guy everybody wants in your team. Such a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And Nisha's all of a sudden become a real threat in this middle lane with these power treads, but then they come from behind with the silence. He didn't quite... Oh, he did have the strength going. You just can't catch this guy out. He's always ready.
Yeah, the strength went out after, and he had the sticks to save him. Yeah, he's really quick on that trigger finger, so he's playing fairly well so far. They invested so much on pressuring him. They're rotating now the Panda as well that has this blink.
Yeah, he's got Blink, Stomp, and a crit available, but in they go. He's just a little bit too long. You need to let the silence come through first, right? I mean, Mystic Flare, but Nisha doesn't even flinch.
It was Boogie that went in too soon. I think Afromush has to be a bit closer first for that to work.
Yeah.
So all of this aggression resulted in this tier 1 falling, but at the same time you lost the tier 1 on top, and they're pressuring your tier 2. So overall, I think they're kind of fine with that. They would be more satisfied if they crushed the Morphling harder, but overall, it's alright. On top lane though.
Yeah, they TP in on the Clinks and Boogie runs forward to try and defend him, but yeah, there's no split. Boogie's just going to drop here. Meanwhile, 9 will go for the kill, perhaps onto the Clockwork, but never mind, feared up, having to get back. Now comes the ultimate from Oliver. K-Saw, he's pretty poisoned up as Afromush and K-Saw fight it out with Oliver in the middle. Inside those cogs, the shield is out. Doesn't look like Oliver's going to fall, although chasing down, and all the Sasha's here to catch him. He gets to the shrine, though. Oliver's just not going down here. He's really refusing, but surely he's going to drop. There's 3 heroes around him, 4 heroes around him. He does indeed die. Now 9. Well, it's going to take a lot to bring him down. I think he's fine. Unless they get the entangle.
Yeah, he has Skeleton Walk, so he should just use it and get out if he needs to. At the same time, they aren't really giving up on this. They have the dust and they're rotating behind. With the Morphin coming from front.
Afromush comes in, but he's feared up and entangled as well, and the Skyroth is just going to drop, just like that. Meanwhile, 9 in the sidelines can come forward here. Elder Sash getting low, but actually pops the Cold Embrace just in time. It doesn't matter, he goes down all the same. Iron Man to drop as well. Exotic Deer will die in return. Now Elder Sash going to use that ultimate, but he's still got those lone druids. Sorry, the ancestral spirits on him as well, so...
Yeah, they got the Lone Druid too there, so that was quite fine for them. And very interesting item progression from Morphling. He's going, I mean, well, he's not rushing that Linken's or anything. He went Morbid Mask into Yasha. I like it. Why not? After that, I suppose it's gonna be Manta, because 9 is getting closer to that Orchid. He has 1 Oblivion Staff now. It's not great. It's not great timing, but it's all right, considering how much pressure he made on mid. They really committed a lot on pressuring this Nisha's Morphling, but we haven't really succeeded. The guy died only once, and that's because of his mistake, right? When he went for that Skyrat.
I mean, it was pretty much a dual lane in mid versus Nisha. I don't think that's unfair to say. The Skyrath was spent most of his time there, and he's now top of the net worth chart at 40 minutes into the game. And then it's their Druid, and then it's their Abaddon as well. So, well, GangSquad, they've got a lot to make up for here.
Yeah, and the worst part is, these heroes that they've got, they scale much better in my opinion than GangSquads. Yeah, the GangSquad, everyone kind of scales well right now with the nullifiers and whatnot, but overall I'd bet my cash on Morphling and Lone Druid late game than on Clinks and Van, of course. But we will see.
Well, if you do want to bet your cash, you can always head over to GGBet
and sell out!
Anyway, into the Roshan we go. You got that bear, you got the Abaddon, and with these 2 auras, well, with the singular aura and the Rabbit is
Curse
the move.
of Avernus, yeah.
Yeah, Curse of Avernus and Rabbit, and it's just a very quick beer. And Roshan doesn't stand much of a chance.
They don't even know. They're not even reacting in any way. No one even pinged it. No one even flinched, moved in any direction towards Rosh, so... Afromush was kind of scouting them. They should have known because they had this ward, so they just decided not to, I guess. The primal split was off cooldown and on cooldown, sorry, so I guess that's it. They don't want to fight without their main ability. The biggest spell that they've got is this Panda's ulti, definitely, so.
Yeah, and it's hard to fight without it. They need the lockdown as well. They don't have pretty much any lockdown without the Panda. Has that been affecting them this game?
I mean, they have the overgrowth as well. That's it.
Oh yeah, true, the root, I guess.
But overall, all their spells are very easily countered by Patos and mid.
Oh, he gets him, the Invis hero inside the cogs as well, but the damage coming through, they're just going to tear apart the Clockwork. Nisha turns into the Venom and gets himself back, just kind of floating around this team fight. 9 trying to get off some damage onto Patos here. There's the overgrowth, but Abaddon, he's pretty strong. 9 going to have to back out from this one. Meanwhile, Oliver doing the damage, but Patos pops that ultimate, turning around, healing right back up from the poison. Nisha takes a lot of damage, turns right back into the Venom just in time though. He's also got this Aegis if he needs it as well. Meanwhile, Boogie and Patos fighting it up with one another. Boogie turns around, puts down the poison. Fear is out onto the Venno, and they will be able to finish off Boogie. Now Venno, he's next on the list as Oliver's getting eaten away, and they do find the last hit onto him as well. Cold Embrace out onto the Elder Slash. Oh,
what did you do?
Did you just morph, Agi?
I guess, like, he messed up there, or I mean, there's no reason to reset as Morphling. There's no reason to use your, maybe he used Morph? Maybe he morphed back into Venom that had 0 HP. When he morphed out of Venom form into Morphing form. I'm not
Who knows? It's very tricky to actually figure out how he died there.
9, he's hunting exotic. This is hard for him. Like, it's very unlikely that he's gonna kill the Lone Druid like this.
Yeah,
because
he even had Savage Roar available on the bear if he needed it.
He can always do exactly that, just Savage Roar. This Lone Druid does have some aura coming from the Aquila and Magic Wand, 12 sticks again. So, yep. You must feel bad for GangSquad, actually. I mean, all their aggression, they pressed the right points, right? But it just didn't work. They just got kind of outplayed. Every aggressive moment, it's not even outplayed. I don't know what they are expecting. They're doing these moves. Let's say Klink's going solo onto Bear 3 times in a row. Then they go with Panda and Skyrat onto Morphling, but they don't use their spells properly. They jump with Panda much earlier before the silence is off. So, I mean, they deserve to be punished right now. And
it's the same criticism we had of Final Tribe, though. Like, they just didn't seem to have a game plan. They didn't seem to be making moves as a team. And
catching Oliver.
Yep, use the ulti just to hold him in place. Give it time for Exotic Deer to get into place, and they'll just tear him apart. No problems at all. The Centaur gets a stun off, but why does that matter? They want to take this fight.
He has no port, so he has to run, though. He has no port. He has to run bottom.
Oh, that's awkward. Well, the little Venomancer trying to get to the fight. Meanwhile, in the headlights, Vito's getting low, but he's got an ulti available. RMN just gets completely cut off. But Nisha, he's a dangerous man. He's going for more. He's looking and trying to chase down 9. Just wants to keep him out of this fight. Meanwhile, the item done ulti is popped. Nisha will make his way back towards the main side of this fight. So they've chased back the Klink successfully. Boogie's the one falling low. Now, he doesn't have a split available, so he just gets ripped apart. And now Oliver is probably next on the list. This guy has just bought back, but they can just chase, and keep on chasing. And they're not going to give up. They're going to keep on going. Probably up to the high ground here. Don't even need to go up to the high ground. He just melts. Everybody is just dropping to the side of new guys right here. And now they'll take a tier 2. And oh yeah, they used the Aegis earlier. Sorry, I forgot about that. But still, no one died. No one even looked like they were going to die. It wasn't even close.
And everything was used on the side of GangSquad too. Yeah, there's this Klinks. He has his Orchid now. He's ready, guys.
Alright, he could fight.
Be careful. Yeah, better be careful. He's coming in.
Alright, man. He goes for the overgrowth, but for what? For what reason? As he just completely blown up.
For what, man? For what? For GGVP.
GG. For GG indeed. Well, questionable. Uncertain.
Very. I honestly think it's just Nisha.
It's just Nisha. It's just the power of Nisha.
GangSquad being Bayed, but overall it's just Nisha. No, I'm kidding. These guys are awesome players, all of them. I have huge respect for them, but Nisha, he just played through their aggression so well, and that Skyrat, he was trying to pressure him on mid all the time, and succeeded at nothing at all. Like, they did nothing to him.
Alright, well, new guys with a very convincing victory after game 1. Can they pull it off again in game 2? And more importantly, what are we gonna see? Are we gonna see any signs of life from GangSquad?
I hope so. I hope, at least.
Well, that was a very quick game indeed, and not expected at all. New guys apparently very angry about getting kicked out from, well, getting their sponsorship removed, and now they're looking to set themselves and prove to everybody that it was a mistake. And I think so far they're doing pretty well for themselves. We'll be back with game number 2 very shortly. Don't go anywhere.